Now in Good Morning Northwest in Idaho, a couple accused in several murders won't stand trial together. Why a judge decided to sever the cases of Lori and Chad Daybell.
Now, it's a dry start today, but that's not going to last long. We're going to tell you when and where that snow will fall.
And it was the big reveal for the Extreme team, how Mark and the team brought some extra hope to the Spokane Hope Center. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. We appreciate you being with us. I'm Derek Dice. Robin Nance will be back on Monday. It is Friday, March the 3rd. TGIF, everybody. Here's Mark now with that first alert forecast, which may or may not include some more snow.
It will. It's a measure of time and how much. All right, let's first of all talk about the current conditions. We're sitting at 25 degrees under a clear sky. You're going, okay, what's the deal? Well, we get those winds. It doesn't take much. Winds 10 miles an hour makes it feel like it's 15 degrees. It puts that chill in the air. Make sure that your kids and yourself are ready for this because it's going to be a breezy, cold start. We're there. Afternoon snow showers, yeah, going to be rolling through the area, more so into the higher elevations with heavy mountain snows expected. That's going to be through the weekend, and then a colder, drier next week. So, you know, La Nina continues. We'll talk about it. We look at the forecast radar for today, and as we get through the afternoon, we start to really see spotty showers, and we're going to be a part of that. Could we see some that are rain or rain-snow mixed? Yes, but we're looking for snow right now, and then again tonight we'll see snow. Saturday is going to be a gorgeous day. Saturday night, we have more energy coming in, more for Sunday, and look at the mountains and look at that band all the way I-90 all the way to Missoula for the weekend. So just be aware if you're coming back on Sunday from a trip, you're going to run into some pretty good snow. Temperatures today into the upper 30s. We're going to be at 38 degrees, 37 into Coeur d'Alene. We're going to have more on your forecast. That's coming up.
All right, Mark, thank you. Spokane police say a man was ambushed at a woman's apartment, and right now one person is facing armed robbery charges. Officers responded to an apartment complex on North Colton Street just before 8 o'clock yesterday morning. They say a man called 911 saying he met a woman at a casino overnight, then went back to her place. And that's where he says he was robbed at gunpoint. Police arrested 21-year-old Joji for first-degree robbery. The SWAT team was called in to search the apartment. No other arrests were made. And we are now learning the Idaho Doomsday Cult mom and her husband, who are accused in several murders, will be tried separately instead of together. According to East Idaho News, Judge Stephen Boyce decided to sever the cases of Lori and Chad Daybell. The decision comes after new DNA evidence was made available to everyone involved in the case. The Daybells are accused of killing Lori's 2 kids, JJ and Tylee. They are also the suspects in the death of Chad's former wife. Lori now faces a separate charge of conspiracy to commit murder in Arizona after her brother shot her former husband, claiming self-defense. Now, Lori Daybell's trial is expected to start on April 3rd. Chad Daybell's case has now been vacated, which means charges will be refiled and his trial will start at another time.
And new from the Breaking Now desk. This morning, testing for toxic chemicals is set to begin in Ohio. The EPA will now require Norfolk Southern to start testing directly for chemicals in East Palestine following the train disaster last month. This comes as officials are facing new outrage over the toxic train derailment. Residents at a town hall meeting last night made it clear they're not satisfied with the answers they're getting as they confronted Norfolk Southern representatives over the toxic train derailment that upended their lives.
My grandchildren, my children, wow. It's not safe here, sir. We're sick.
If this happened in your richer neighborhood, would it have been cleaned up a lot faster?
People that have symptoms, they shouldn't be dismissed.
Despite officials declaring the water and air safe, neighbors say they're still experiencing headaches, stomach issues, and coughing. And amid calls for new rail safety measures, Norfolk Southern has now agreed to a request from Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg to join the so-called close call reporting system. This allows employees to confidentially report safety concerns, something the company says it's previously done on its own. This is a look at the company's official release form just yesterday. As for the investigation, officials are now looking into whether some of the protective aluminum covers on the rail cars melted, contributing to that train disaster. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Well, it took less than 3 hours for a jury to find former South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh guilty of murdering his wife and son. And later this morning, he'll return to court for his sentencing. Murdaugh killed his wife Margaret and son Paul in June of 2021. Prosecutors say he did it to gain sympathy and distract from his financial wrongdoings. Prosecutors are not seeking the death penalty, though. Murdaugh now faces up to 30 years to life in prison without parole. Well, the price of eggs has been at near record highs for weeks now. You know this if you've been to the grocery store. And according to Washington farmers and egg suppliers, that trend will continue until the avian bird flu is eradicated. According to the Consumer Price Index, nationwide egg prices have gone up 60% in just 1 year. Avian flu has been the major reason because so many birds have been affected and killed. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife reported 151 cases of avian flu in Washington back in December. While both the state and federal governments have guidelines for containing infected birds, one Seattle microbiologist says the timeline for things to return to normal, well, that remains unknown. Been getting a good chuckle out of some of the memes you see, Mark, about back when I was a kid, we used to throw eggs and toilet paper at people's houses, and people wouldn't even think about that now with the prices of those two things.
Now they're locked up in a vault. Yesterday was Green Eggs and Ham Day, by the way.
Yeah, because it's National Reading Week.
Yeah, so again, watch the kids do that, and then that wreck over there by George, I'd be green trying to pick up all those eggs. Oh. All right, so today we start off with a fairly clear sky, cold, breezy conditions. Be ready for that. Your full forecast is coming up.
And we're live this morning at the new Spokane Art School location. They made the move from the Garland District to the east side of downtown Spokane. We'll give you a sneak peek coming up.
Well, the gap in home ownership for Black and white Americans is getting bigger, not smaller. The new numbers from the National Association of Realtors. And nearly 60 people were killed in this train crash in Greece earlier this week, why victims' families are now demanding answers after the break on Good Morning Northwest.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
26 years strong.
There is still time for amazing savings at More Furniture. The remaining inventory from our holiday sale is all priced to sell, and new stock is arriving daily. It's your opportunity to get the very best in value and style for every room in your home. So go on, create that cozy living room you've been thinking about. Design a sanctuary bedroom or become the host of your dreams with an immaculate dining set. It's all on sale. Visit morefurniture.com to preview all sales specials.
What is a jewelry design center? Locally owned and the largest jewelry store in the region, offering you more choices, more options. A showroom filled with world-famous brands and designers. A center who also creates exclusive designs and one-of-a-kind pieces. Whose specialized selection process ensures the brightest diamonds and most vivid gems. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 46th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Join us as 250 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
As I was saying earlier in the meeting, I think...
Hey, Sharon, do you know Triscuit is crunchy on the outside, yet incredibly wholesome on the inside, just like me?
You forgot salty.
I'm not salty. Triscuit, unapologetically wholesome.
Daytime's #1 talk show returns to the Oscar stage. Live at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California. Monday, March 13th.
Watch the Live with Kelly and Ryan after Oscar special. Only on KXLY ABC4.
Vroom, vroom. Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure to leave plenty of space when I pass by. I think 200 feet is right here. Thank you. That looks safe to me. And if I can't move over, I promise I'll slow down at least 10 miles an hour below the speed limit or no more than 50 miles an hour. You promise? Promise.
We want everyone to get home at the end of the day. When you see vehicles with flashing lights or people working on the side of the road, move over or slow down.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. President Joe Biden is hosting German Chancellor Olaf Scholz at the White House today. Scholz last visited Washington, D.C. a year ago before Russian forces invaded Ukraine. The war will likely be the main topic of discussion between the two leaders. They both recently had meetings with President Volodymyr Zelensky, who has been requesting more powerful weapons from the West. Work is underway today on the site of a train crash that killed 57 people in Greece. Many of the victims were university students. 350 people were on board the passenger train when it crashed head-on with a freight train Tuesday. Now, family and friends of the victims are demanding answers as to how that crash happened. Greece's government has declared 3 days of national mourning. And more bad news for U.S. homebuyers. The average 30-year mortgage rate hitting a 3-month high this week, up to 6.6%. That rate was only 3.7% a year ago. A 15-year loan also rising to 5.8%, nearly double what it was this time last year. The increases reflect expectations the Federal Reserve will keep raising its benchmark rate until inflation declines.
It's 11 minutes past 6 o'clock, keeping you on time. Here's a 10-second takeaway. Yeah, it's a cold start. Temperatures in the mid-20s. We've got those winds out there putting that wind chill in. The snow showers later on, could be a little rain at times. 38 our high today.
Well, the gap between black homeowners and white homeowners is getting bigger, not smaller, according to the National Association of Realtors. The homeownership rate for white Americans in 2021 was 72.7%, but for black Americans, it was just 44%. 62.8% of Asian American households own their own homes, and for Hispanic Americans, it was 50.6%. As more people move to the inland Northwest, we want to share your stories and help find solutions, whether it's the housing market, jobs, or something else. You can let us know by going to KXLY.com/packedin to join the conversation on how we can work through these issues. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:12. Coming up right after the break, we'll show you that brand new space created by Mark and the Extreme Team at the Spokane Hope Center. And Destiny Richards has a sneak peek of another new space. We're live from the east side of downtown with a preview of the grand opening of the new Spokane Art School.
Kylie and I are excited to show you the rugged good looks and adventurous spirit of this all-new Subaru Outback.
It has a roomy interior and almost 9 inches of ground clearance that make on- or off-road driving fun.
Plus, Subaru's legendary safety features like symmetrical all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist technology.
Visit parkersubaru.com or drop by the dealership to learn why Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 8 years running.
See the Subaru Outback and receive your no-problem customer service at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
So we recently partnered up with Ben Gregg of the Gonzaga Bulldogs to help us spread the word about our Zags Win, You Win promotion. And next time I'll bet he'll read the fine print.
It's not all bad. Turns out I have a natural talent for heating and cooling. Zags win, you win.
Every Saturday in March, you can shoot baskets for cash.
The more baskets you make, the more cash you win.
All winners have 1 minute to make as many baskets as possible.
The player with the highest score of the night wins even more cash.
Make baskets to earn your share of up to $26,000 cash.
More baskets, more cash for you.
Earn entries now playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card.
Get in the game at Chihuahua Casino.
We are Heritage Funeral and Cremation. When you need us, we'll be here.
We are committed to serving your family as we would our own.
With respect, love, and compassion.
Heritage is part of a local, community-owned association.
With roots going back to 1888.
And a dedication to inland Northwest families.
That we support by giving back to over 15 community organizations annually.
We're here
when you need us most.
Kerner Furniture has been a family-run and locally owned business for over 4 decades.
We have seen styles change and furniture technology advance. But the one thing that has stayed constant is our amazing customers.
And that is why during our Customer Appreciation Sale, we invite you to come down and shop our high-quality furniture at sale prices.
Whether you're a longtime customer or new to the area, we want to help make your house a home during Kerner Furniture's Customer Appreciation Sale.
Going on now.
Kerner Furniture, nice store, low prices.
Over the thousands of personal injury cases we've won for our clients,
Often, the person who is injured hesitates to get a lawyer at first for fear of hurting the at-fault party. The truth is, their insurance company is already making a case to keep you from getting compensated.
If you've been seriously injured, don't wait to call Craig Swap and Associates. We'll only represent your interests so you can recover physically and financially. Craig Swap and Associates, one call, that's all.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. For 19 years, the Spokane Hope Center has helped kids with hearing loss transition to a hearing world just in time for kindergarten. Our Mark Peterson says it's the kids who made him choose the Hope Center for this latest Extreme Team project. Our Rania Kaur reveals a legacy it's leaving for generations to come.
From concrete to classrooms.
I think this is 89 of big projects.
In 4 days, Mark Peterson and the Extreme Team transformed a space that would have otherwise taken over a year to complete.
And it has absolutely transformed.
That reveal live on air.
From coloring happening at the far table right there to these ones playing with their dollhouse. Already, the space has become their own.
But the magic at the Spokane Hope Center has been happening for almost 2 decades.
I'm now able to communicate with you through Zoom. That's something that Hope gave me that I wouldn't have had without them. I'm able to, attend a 4-year university. And excel at my classes.
Eli Stahosky is now 21 years old. He still has a picture of when he attended the Hope Center in its first class.
This is Jo Beth right here, and she's reading us a book. And that's me right there.
While the teachers and staff have changed, the Hope Center today is still giving a voice.
I need number 3.
To those that may not otherwise have known theirs.
In the 2 years that she's been at Hope, she's grown in her language so much, and she can express herself now, and she can make clear sounds intentionally.
And now with double the space, that legacy can continue.
We'll continue to see this place grow as more children get helped.
Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
And when you think about what a lifeline that place is for all those families, right? I mean, it just seems like such a worthwhile, wonderful project.
Since we started working on the project, I continue to bump into people who go, Mark, my niece, my nephew, my son, my daughter. Yeah. And it will have an impact.
And Eli, who was in the story, is just an example.
He's going to become a professor.
Yeah.
He's an amazing young man. So you saw the Mark's extremely cute team there. They surprised me with that on air yesterday.
Can you wear this?
No. No, there's one little guy who brought me to tears the other day. He goes, oh, the big boy's here, and he's patting my belly. I'm going like, yep, I'm here.
That's great.
All right, let's get over here. Let me show you what's going on. Here's the group as we were showing them what was going on. And absolutely, you fall in love. You can't help but just get out there and do everything you can. You're going to try and put that on there? No, he's not. It's too small. Let's look at our current conditions right now. We're sitting into the mid to upper 20s, so it is a cool start. 24 into Deer Park, Cheney, you're at 21. But we do have winds out there that are going to be creating that wind chill that we've talked about to 10 miles an hour. It makes it feel like it's 15 in Spokane. We have wind gusts to 22 into Pullman. So again, kids, you college students and elsewhere, make sure you're dressed appropriately as you're walking or waiting for a bus. I wanted to show you the time lapse once again. We did have those breaks. We had the morning snow flurries, and then we had the sunshine that came out. Absolutely glorious for all those in for State B. We welcome you. Hope you have a great day today. 38 degrees. Afternoon flurries and winds, though. So as you head out, make sure that you're ready if you're going to do some shopping or maybe some eating. It's restaurant week still. Tonight, temperatures down 26. We're going to see isolated snow, but then overnight, maybe a little more compact area of that snow that's going to roll in. It's going to come in from the west, and we see the Cascades getting that snow. And then we also see that dry cycle into the central part, sort of the rain shadow, the snow shadow, if you will. But look what happens in the higher elevations as we get through. Tonight we see sort of a push. We pick up half an inch. Saturday dry. Then we get into Saturday night, Sunday, and we see another round that will come through and certainly into those higher elevations from Winthrop and Kellogg all the way into Missoula with a pretty big band of snow. So be prepared. We're going to see temperatures today nearing 40 degrees. Things look pretty good. We look at the planning forecast. We plan on, conditions to continue to cool into Monday. Sunday, 36 with light snow. Overnight lows of 19, warming to 33. 15 Tuesday morning, warming to 35. And we're going to be below average when it comes to our daytime highs all of not only next week, but it looks like the week after as we continue the La Nina, which is colder and wetter than normal. And so far, both of those have held true. So I bring you to the point that Punxsutawney Phil was right. I'm sorry. The rodent
we hate to admit it. This time, maybe.
You really hate to admit it.
All right, Mark, thank you. Well, the Spokane Art School has left the Garland District for a new home on 2nd and Sherman. With more room for classes, galleries, and events, they will be unveiling that new space at a grand opening this evening. Our Destiny Richards is live at that new Spokane Art School location, giving us a sneak peek.
That's right. This space here on 2nd and Sherman has 3 times the space of the old location on in the Garland District, So we're giving you a sneak peek of what it all has to offer. We're here with Tad Weisner again, board president. Tell us, for those just joining us, why the move? Obviously more space, but it's also going to do a lot for people who come and take classes and show their work too.
We want to have more options for folks to take classes, for a different variety of classes, larger classes, classes we couldn't of art we didn't have room for in our old gallery. So we love having a gallery that allows us to have work right now from 9 different artists. We're really looking forward to doing more with some of our Christmas shows and the larger shows that we can do in a space that we just didn't have before.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a grand opening tonight. People can really see the debut of the new show that's here, and then also ask questions about future opportunities here.
That's right. 5 to 9 tonight. We have a food truck. We have live music. And we have 6,000 square feet. We have 3 times as much space as we had before, and we really love people's ideas about how we should fill it.
All right, great. Well, if you missed it in the last hour, we're going to go downstairs and show more of the space here. If you want to take art classes, if you know someone who does, or you have kids who want to, then we'll show you that space and tell you about how to sign up for those. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, I love all that exposed brick in there as well. Looks great. Well, good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:22. It's always a great day to be a Coug, but last night it was especially true. The WSU men swept the season series with UW, and the women recorded one of the biggest wins in program history, knocking off the 3rd-ranked team in the country to advance to the Pac-12 tourney semifinals. The highlights next.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Adventure awaits at Silver Mountain Resort this winter. Enjoy some of the best terrain in the region, only 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Family, friends, and smiles as big as the wide-open vistas. Relax in a beautiful condo just a stroll away from dining, water slides, indoor surfing, and 84 degrees. And a gondola ride away from our new covered carpet lift, tubing, and acres of snow rider heaven. Your winter adventure awaits at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
My grandfather, Doug Parker, started Parker almost 40 years ago, just a real small dealership with about 30 employees.
The people at Parker that make this place unique are hardworking, they know their jobs, and they're driven.
We have a lot of employees that have been here a long time, and I think that just ties into everything. Our culture, how we treat employees. We're always trying to become better people, become a better business, better community partner. It's our job to provide the best experience for every single person that walks in that door.
It's the 36-hour sale at Furniture Row. So get ready, because everything is on sale. Like this unbeatable deal on the Blake upholstered bed, only $3.99. Save big on the Cascade sofa in denim or taupe for only $4.99. Get the 5-piece counter height dogwood dining set for only $5.49. And check out the queen size Summit Firm, easy on the wallet for only $299.99. Plus 4 years, no interest financing. But don't wait. The 36-hour sale at Furniture Row ends Monday the 6th.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in concert. Relive the adventure of Harry and his friends as a live symphony orchestra performs John Williams' unforgettable score with the full movie projected on the big screen. Don't miss this magical live concert event of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in concert.
Second show added. Get your tickets now at ticketswest.com.
Daytime's #1 talk show returns to the Oscar stage. Live at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California. Monday, March 13th.
Watch the Live with Kelly and Ryan After Oscar special. Only on KXLY ABC4.
ABC's World News Tonight.
And 4 News Now.
When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minnesota. Earlier this season, we saw the Washington State men's basketball team earn their best win in program history with the victory over number 5 Arizona. Fast forward to now, the Washington State women's team earned another historic victory for the university. The Cougars defeated number 3 Utah 66-58 in the Pac-12 tournament quarterfinals on Thursday night. It's the highest ranked win in program history. And the Cougars outscored the Utes 27-11 in the third quarter. Bella Murekatete led WSU with 19 points in the win. The Cougars will take on Colorado at 8:30 tonight in the Pac-12 semifinals in Las Vegas. Now, Washington State men's basketball followed that historic win with a 93-84 victory on the road against rival Washington. TJ Bamba had 36 points in the win, and that Mohamed Gay dunk right there as well. And the Cougars have won 6 straight games heading into the Pac-12 tournament. And that'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
All right, Julian mentioned TJ Bamba. He's on the right in this pic. He scored 55 points in 2 games since taking this picture with my mom last week in Berkeley, including that career-high 36 points in last night's win at UW. Is it a coincidence? I think not. We're going to need more Mama Dice in the Cougar basketball team's life, I think. Good Morning Northwest. Time is now 6:26. Before we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the girlfriend of one of the victims in that deadly January crash is speaking out.
That's 2 lives that, so many people loved and so many people cared about.
Georgia football star Jalen Carter returned to the NFL Combine on Thursday after charges were filed against him for his alleged involvement in the crash that killed 2 people, Chandler LaCroix and Devin Willock, who was also one of Carter's teammates. Willock's girlfriend, Kate Mosley, says it's all so unfair.
He was a 20-year-old man who had such a life in front of him, and he deserved everything that was good in this world. I'm not going to say if I think that someone should be blamed. I just think that, we really need to focus on who he was as a person and the impact he left on those around him.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on Jalen Carter, who says he will be cleared of criminal wrongdoing. With your GMA First Look, I'm Steve Osunsami, ABC News Atlanta.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad, once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. 4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Kelly here at Colville Toyota with the pups, cruising in this new Toyota Highlander.
We've met many new neighbors and come to love this beautiful region.
Our hometown-friendly restaurants, scenic rivers, Colville, Kettle, and Columbia.
Confederated County Museum, the golf course, hiking around Colville Mountain, a leisurely picnic at one of our parks,
or just a beautiful scenic drive.
Our region has plenty to offer, and so does Colville Toyota.
Your small-town dealership with a big heart.
That's good advice. Checkmate.
If you've been seriously injured, the attorneys by your side may be the difference whether you win or lose. Let us help you make the right moves to win your case. Craig Swap and Associates. One call, that's all.
Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, are there problems at home? Plumbing problems? Don't panic. Call Platinum. Platinum Mechanical. Platinum Mechanical's experienced 5-star rated team is always available for drain cleaning emergencies. And only Platinum Mechanical offers drain cleaning for the low price of just $76. If you got a problem, go Platinum. Platinum Mechanical, 509-998-5113.
YWCA's 41st Women of Achievement Luncheon is March 9th at the Davenport Grand. We will be celebrating 9 amazing women of achievement and the Y's 120 years of service in Spokane. Visit ywcaspokane.org for virtual tickets.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, 4 News Now story tracker taking a look at some of the big stories online this morning. The SpaceX Dragon capsule that launched yesterday morning has docked with the International Space Station. NASA's cameras were not available to provide live pictures of the event, but NASA's 2 astronauts are joined by 1 Russian cosmonaut and just the 2nd person ever from the United Arab Emirates to go into space. In the Philippines, disaster management is working to contain an oil spill from a sunken fuel tanker that has reached the shorelines of several coastal towns. The tanker sunk Tuesday while carrying 800,000 liters of industrial fuel. As of today, authorities say they are still trying to locate that sunken vessel while assessing the extent of the spill. Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice. Robin Nance will be back next week. It is Friday, March the 3rd. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast. And we are going to get a little more snow this weekend.
We're going to see it later on this afternoon and tonight. And then there's going to be some heavier snows into the mountains. We'll cover that. 24 in Coeur d'Alene right now under a clear sky. We have a few clouds and we're sitting at 25 degrees. Wind chill sitting around 15. So, yeah, it's on the cool side. So we do have the breezy cold start to the day. No doubt about that. Afternoon snow showers coming in with heavy mountain snows over the weekend and a colder, drier week, excuse me, next week. So we look at what we can expect with our forecast radar, and we see these spotty showers fire up. That's 2, 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Then we're going to dry out a little bit. Then we see more coming in for tonight into early tomorrow morning. So Saturday itself should be a pretty nice day with just isolated showers. And then another round of showers coming in Saturday night into Sunday morning. And that's going to add to, and with this snow band, heavy snows along I-90. So please use caution. Here's your forecast for the day. Temperature's going to be in the mid-30s by noon. We're going to be near 40 as we get into the afternoon, again with those scattered snow showers.
Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward will now have competition when she runs for re-election this November.
I think the city of Spokane is stuck in neutral, and I want to help get us moving forward again.
That's Lisa Brown, the outgoing Washington Commerce Director and former State Senate Majority Leader. She's announced that she's running for mayor of Spokane. Supporters, family, and friends gathered to support Brown as she shared the announcement at the Women's Club of Spokane yesterday. Brown says Spokane needs to tackle crime and homelessness more effectively than it's done over the past several years. She says homelessness is not a static problem and that the city also needs to work to prevent more people from becoming homeless. Brown believes rising rents and low vacancy rates are pushing more people into that situation.
There's too much conflict. Conflict with the council, conflict with the state, conflict with communities of color. There isn't a vision for where we're going or clear roadmaps for how we're going to get there.
Hours later, Mayor Nadine Woodward announcing her own plans to run for re-election and responding to Brown's comments.
Conflict with the state? I represent the city of Spokane. And when the state comes into my city and tells me how to run things and how to address things, but leaves me out of the conversation, does not engage with me or my staff, or doesn't even give me the information that I need as a mayor to address these issues, yeah, there's conflict, and I'm going to be sticking up for my city.
Mayor Woodward says her administration has made great progress during her time in office, despite working through unprecedented challenges. She told us the city has doubled the amount of shelter beds available. And in response to crime, Woodward says the police reform measures that were passed in 2021 took many tools away from our police officers, but she's working to change that.
And this morning at the Breaking Now desk, Russian forces are edging closer and closer to capturing the city of Bakhmut after weeks of bloody fighting gradually wore down Ukrainian resistance. But the country's military says it is holding its ground in the battle for the eastern city. Overnight, sources tell CNN that a vital bridge connecting the city to a nearby village has been blown up by Russian forces. This new attack comes just hours before the Biden administration is set to announce another round of military assistance for Ukraine. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz will meet with President Joe Biden at the White House, and the two leaders will discuss the efforts to support Ukraine, impose costs on Russia for its aggression, and strengthen transatlantic security. This comes 1 week after the U.S. announced $2 billion in Ukraine security assistance funds.
It will include mostly ammunitions and munitions that the Ukrainians will need for the systems that they already have, like the HIMARS and the artillery.
Back in the city of Bakhmut, the Ukrainian military says the city is surrounded. There are still around 4,500 people there, including 48 children. Ukrainian troops have acknowledged that it is becoming harder to hold onto the city, and some officials there are now calling on President Volodymyr Zelensky to order a withdrawal. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
In Idaho, some lawmakers are working on a bill to ban drag performances in public places. And just yesterday, a similar law passed in Tennessee. The state Senate there passed the bill to limit adult cabaret performances on public property, becoming the first state to do so. Supporters of the bill say it will shield the performances from the view of children, threatening violators with a misdemeanor and repeat offenders with a felony. LGBTQ+ advocates say this Tennessee bill and others under consideration add to a heightened state of alarm for their community. That law will take effect in Tennessee on July 1st. A Vietnam veteran is finally getting his due. Retired Army Colonel Paris Davis is getting a Medal of Honor nearly 60 years after he was nominated. Davis was one of the first black officers in the Special Forces. He was 26 and a captain when he and his team held off the enemy for 18 hours. Davis was wounded but still rescued 3 of his fellow soldiers. He and all of his men survived. Colonel Davis spoke candidly back in 1969 about being a black commander at that time, saying combat was a powerful unifier.
There's no race there. Hell, in the dark, brown is just as black or white as anyone else. Their bodies, they're human beings that we're akin, not ethically, but by virtue of being American citizens, being American.
His actions were overlooked for decades, retiring from the Army in 1985. But today, Colonel Paris will receive the Medal of Honor from President Biden. Davis says he's grateful for all those who fought for him and beside him, and he's proud of what he has accomplished. Long overdue, but glad it's happening. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:37. We're going to go back over to Mark Peterson. And all right, a lot of people traveling for the weekend. What can we expect?
Stevens Pass, you're going to have tons of fun there. Packed snow and ice, and it's still snowing. Tons of fun. Snoqualmie Pass, packed snow and ice again. Lookout Pass, really packed snow and ice. 4th of July Pass looking pretty good, though. So you got that going for you. We're going to have more on your forecast coming up.
Well, it's no secret. Our teens are struggling with their mental health. Why psychologists say parents really need to talk to their kids about it. That story is next.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
It's the 36-hour sale at Furniture Row. So get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom. Plus 4 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the 36-hour sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Have you been dreaming of upgrading your truck with exterior styling or custom accessories?
Or tricking out your interior with leather kits and heated seats?
Well, wake up because Parker Extreme can help make your dream rig a reality.
Stop in and get advice from our skilled Parker Extreme team. They have the knowledge and experience to help you make the right choice for your car, truck, or SUV.
Your dream truck is here at Parker Toyota Extreme. You just haven't built it yet.
Use me to take a bite out of food waste and help the environment.
How'd you do that?
Well, give me yard waste, food scraps, heck, even your food-soiled paper like pizza boxes, paper towels, and coffee filters. I'll take it to be composted and returned to the soil.
And we'll still be here for the rest.
Learn more at SpokaneCountySolidWaste.org.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has the latest in kitchen appliances from GE Cafe on sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher offers loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
Get up to $2,000 in rebates in GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages at Fred's.
The stars of Daisy Jones and the Six. Y'all look so rock and roll right now. And we're taking it to music school.
Step into my classroom.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
It's the 36-hour sale at Furniture Row. So get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom. Plus, 4 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the 36-hour sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Welcome back. It is a difficult time for teenagers facing mental health issues. Addressing mental health when it comes to your children isn't always easy, but health experts say it's critical.
So many of our young people are struggling.
A recent CDC survey finds increasing mental health challenges, experiences of violence, and suicidal thoughts and behavior among all teens, especially girls and members of the LGBTQ+ community. Psychologist Alfie Breland-Noble says it's critical you talk to your children about mental health, especially if they're in middle school.
One key piece of that is we have to be willing as parents and caregivers to listen. So you ask the question, and then I tell folks we have to be quiet and listen to whatever it is that our young people need to tell us.
Now, if you or someone you love is struggling with thoughts of suicide, you can dial 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
6:41 on a Friday, wrapping up a cool week with another cool forecast and a cold start. We're going to get winds as well. Some snow showers later on, could be mixed with a little bit of rain depending on timing. 38 will be our high today, so get that light winter gear on.
When it comes to school spirit, few can bring it more than Southeast junior cheerleader Josiah Rowe, and she has to. She's the Kansas City High School's only cheerleader. 6 cheerleaders started the year, but 1 moved, 1 quit, and the others decided to focus more on their schoolwork. That left just 1 lone cheerleader for the entire basketball season.
At first, it was like kind of, weird because nobody's really used to cheering by themselves.
I told her, I said, well, it's just you. So if you don't want to continue this season, and her response was, I don't want to quit.
So game after game, Josiah shows up to cheer up the student body, and the crowds show up for her. She's also a great student, on track to graduate early and go to Lincoln University next year. Good for her for not packing it in. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:42. Destiny Richards is live at the New Spokane Art School this morning.
Yeah, we're talking all about the new space here at the Spokane Art School coming up, the classes that you can sign up for in a few minutes.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find solutions from cozy to spacious. It's the Buy More, Save More event. With savings up to 30% off, the more you buy, the more you save. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we're always looking at better ways to solve plumbing issues in your home. That's why we use the latest technology in sewer line repair called trenchless sewer repair. We can replace your current sewer line without digging up your entire yard. With just a couple of holes in the ground, we can pull new sewer pipe from the main line right into your house with minimal disruption to your lawn and your wallet. So if you need your sewer line repaired or replaced, call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
For over 20 years, my dad sold vehicles all over Eastern Washington. To the farmers and ranchers, the firefighters, to the military men and women at Fairchild, and of course, our friends and neighbors. He knew selling great vehicles at a fair price and taking care of the customer would build the foundation for years to come.
It was true then, and it's still true today. You see, we treat everyone like family because we are family.
We want you to like the deal and love your wheels.
Daytime's #1 talk show returns to the Oscar stage. Live at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California. Monday Monday, March 13th.
Watch the Live with Kelly and Ryan after Oscar special, only on KXLY ABC4.
Every Saturday in March, you could shoot baskets for cash.
The more baskets you make, the more cash you win.
All winners have 1 minute to make as many baskets as possible.
The player with the highest score of the night wins even more cash.
Make baskets to earn your share of up to $26,000 cash.
More baskets, more cash for you.
Earn entries now playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card.
Get in the game at Chihuahua Casino.
When you've been seriously injured, choosing the right legal team is the most important decision you'll make. Craig Swap & Associates is a top personal injury law firm for one reason: we win.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, our team of winning attorneys is here for you. We'll review your case for free and start working immediately to win the compensation you deserve. Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Welcome back. The Spokane Art School is nestling into a new location in downtown Spokane. The school says it had more students in 2022 than any other year in the past decade, and this new, larger space will allow them to hold more classes and show off more of their artists' work. Destiny Richards is live at that new location. It's at 2nd and Sherman with a look at the new digs.
Yeah, if you want to take some art classes here, they have more space to do it now that they're here on 2nd and Sherman. We are with Tad Weisner this morning. Tell us about these classes for people who might be sitting at home interested, saying, hey, I want to take it, or I want my kids to take a class.
Every class at the Spokane Art School is taught by a professional artist. We have options that include an afternoon on a Saturday, or you can meet for 6 weeks every Thursday evening for 2 hours. So we go the range from drawing, painting, ceramics, art history even. We have lots of options. We have great options for kids in the summertime. We'll do week-long kids camps. And we even do a wonderful exchange with the Rivers Wish Animal Sanctuary, where kids get to go out and make pictures of art, get to know the animals, make pictures, make sculptures, and do stuff on site.
Very nice. And the classroom behind us here shows that it's a small setting, so you really get that one-on-one time, that personal time with the art instructor. And this grand opening this evening is a great way for parents and families to ask questions about the classes here and just take a tour of everything Spokane Art School has to offer. We have a link to their website on our website, KXLY.com. Live at Spokane Art School, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, happy for them to have such a great new space. Hey, by the way, our sunrises are before 6:30 now. So those days,
6:29 this morning.
Yeah, those days continuing to get longer, which is a great, great thing. Also a great, great thing, Dr. Seuss Week, which is explained here.
Amazing. So yesterday morning I come in, the kids, again at the Spokane Hope Center, having green eggs and ham, literally green eggs, literally ham. It was so cool reading to them and having them hear the words. Today is World Hearing Day, which was the timing of the Spokane Hope Center Extreme team. So we just love being there. Today, 38 degrees, starting off with a clear sky. You saw the sunshine. Have a little bit of cloud cover out there, but afternoon flurries are going to build in. And we're going to see those also tonight into early Saturday morning. The chance of snow, and 26 degrees for the overnight low. So we track what's going on with live satellite and radar. All right, so we've got some clearing conditions. We've got a little bit of cloud cover. We got snow into the Cascades. Stevens Pass getting hammered. Right now, we don't have a lot of snow in Idaho, but we're expecting to see more. So we look at the forecast for snow, and as we come into tonight, we see quite a bit. Kellogg, a couple of inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, maybe 3 into Coeur d'Alene. Spokane about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. We'll see by Sunday 1.5 inches of Spokane. We're not out of it yet, but look at the amounts: 5+ up to 1 foot of snow into the mountains of North Idaho and the northern Rockies of Idaho and Montana. So for Friday's highs, we're going to be hovering around 40 degrees, so it's really not going to be too bad. Sort of like yesterday. Fairchild 37, 38 Cheney, Deer Park 37, but we're starting off cold because of the winds, and it feels like it's in the teens, so get ready for that. We are going to have that light snow again Sunday, and then we're going to be cold and dry for next week. So if you're going skiing this weekend, you've got some new snow up there, 32 degrees, forecast 49 degrees north, and again, you've got powder, packed powder, and great groomers. Schweitzer talked to some people who said it's one of the top 5 times they've been skiing over this last week. So they've got 4 inches of fresh, they got 28, and again, they're on powder. Lookout Pass, you're going to have temperatures of mid-20s, but gusty winds all over. Packed powder expected there. Silver, 20 for the high today, but gusty winds and machine groom surfaces. Mount Spokane, 29 degrees, and again, you got some powder and some great groomers to enjoy. It is 10 minutes before 7. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tony Award-winning Best Musical, Dear Evan Hansen.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive. The ID4 was engineered to win the hearts of SUV owners ready to go electric, with a quick charge and an EPA estimated range of...
As a member of the legal community, and
Ford, now eligible for
legal community.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it at Post Falls Volkswagen.
What is a jewelry design center? It's a diamond superstore, a center for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary rings, a showroom with unique creations as well as award-winning designers, a fun, comfortable, no-pressure place where you're free to make big, small, or even no decisions at all. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
Hey, have you seen this TikTok family pairing thing?
Yeah, it's a bunch of settings we can customize.
So, like...
So Shauna's parents will be like, okay, so I'm thinking 40 minutes of screen time a day. And Shauna's all like, what? I think 60 is fair. Or you know how Ricky posts those 6 solos? Well, his dad's like, these are sick, but they're only sick for you and your friends. Or you could be like, I'm extending your screen time, son, and your curfew.
I don't sound like that. Do I sound like that?
Weather Alert Days on 4 News Now.
That means weather that could be a threat to your family's safety.
The First Alert Weather Team pinpoints the most impactful and dangerous days, warning you early, on air and online. Weather Alert Days, another way we're keeping you safe on 4 News Now.
The countdown to Oscar Sunday is on. The nominees tell us what they're excited for on Oscar night and what they're dreading. What had one star wiping away tears, and what it's like working with a donkey and a monkey. Don't miss On the Red Carpet.
The Move Fitness gyms are on the move. Let's go! With New Year resolution goals in full swing and a new gym opening soon in Spokane, there's never been a better time to join the #1 voted best gyms.
And jump, spin, swim, and work out to be the best you can be in 2023.
Move Fitness.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Friday and your weekend here in the Morning Sprint. Sydney Charles is live with the latest on that toxic train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. Destiny Richards is live with a preview of the grand opening of the new Spokane Art School. But first, let's get to Mark Peterson to help you prepare for the weekend.
All right, in our First Alert weather on this Friday, first of all, we're starting off with a dry condition. It is cool and breezy, so it feels like it's in the teens. So dress appropriately. Our high today, 38, 37 Coeur d'Alene, but you'll be in the low to mid 40s as you head west into Moses Lake. Forecast radar, we're going to see the scattered showers coming in this afternoon, more prevalent into the mountains. And tonight, we're going to get another round of snow. You'll wake up to that Saturday morning.
Spokane police say one person is in custody after a man was ambushed at a woman's apartment. Officers responded to an apartment complex on North Colton Street just before 8 o'clock yesterday morning. They say a man called 911 saying he met a woman at a casino overnight and went back to her place. That's where he says he was robbed at gunpoint. The SWAT team was called in. Police arrested 21-year-old Joji for first-degree robbery. The Idaho Doomsday cult mom and her husband, who are accused in several murders, will be tried separately. According to East Idaho News, Judge Stephen Boyce decided to sever the cases of Lori and Chad Daybell. The decision comes after new DNA evidence was made available to everyone involved in the case. The Daybells are accused of killing Lori's two own children, JJ and Tylee. They're also the suspects in the death of Chad's former wife. Lori now faces a separate charge of conspiracy to commit murder in Arizona after her brother shot her former husband, claiming self-defense. A jury found former South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh guilty of murdering his wife and son. He's in court right now for his sentencing. Murdaugh killed his wife Margaret and son Paul in June of 2021. Prosecutors say he did it to gain sympathy and distract from his financial wrongdoings. Murdaugh now faces up to 30 years to life in prison without parole. Stay with us for an exclusive interview with one of the jurors from that trial coming up in just a few minutes on Good Morning America.
And this morning, testing for toxic chemicals is set to begin in Ohio. The EPA will now require Norfolk Southern to start testing directly for chemicals in East Palestine following the train disaster last month. And Norfolk Southern has now agreed to a request from Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg to join the so-called close call reporting system. It allows employees to confidentially report safety concerns, something the company says it's previously done on its own.
Well, Lisa Brown, the outgoing Washington State Commerce Director, has announced she's running for mayor of Spokane. Brown shared the announcement at the Women's Club of Spokane yesterday. She says Spokane needs to tackle crime and homelessness more effectively than it's been done over the past several years. She says the city needs to work to prevent people from becoming homeless. Brown believes rising rents and low vacancy rates are pushing more people into that situation. You can find out Mayor Nadine Woodward's response to Brown's comments on our website, KXLY.com. In Idaho, some lawmakers are working on a bill to ban drag performances in public places. Just yesterday, a similar law passed in Tennessee. The Tennessee Senate passed a bill to limit adult cabaret performances on public property, becoming the first state to do so. LGBTQ+ advocates say this Tennessee bill and others like it under consideration add to a heightened state of alarm for their communities. The law will take effect in Tennessee on July 1st.
And this morning we have been live on 2nd and Sherman, which is the new home of the Spokane Art School. Here they have a lot more space than they did in the Garland District to host galleries of local artists' work and have classes. So many more classes can be held here now that are open to kids and adults. You can find out all about what they have to offer the community by going to the grand opening tonight from 5 to 9. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for more info.
President Joe Biden is hosting German Chancellor Olaf Scholz at the White House today. The war in Ukraine will likely be the main topic of discussion between the two world leaders. They both recently had meetings with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who's been requesting more powerful weapons from the West. More bad news for U.S. home buyers. The average 30-year mortgage rate hitting a 3-month high this week, up to 6.65%. That rate was only 3.7% a year ago. And the price of eggs has been at near record highs for weeks now. And according to Washington farmers and egg supplies, that trend will continue until the avian bird flu is eradicated. According to the Consumer Price Index, nationwide egg prices have gone up 60% in the last year.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Over the thousands of personal injury cases we've won for our clients, often the person who was injured hesitates to get a lawyer at first for fear of hurting the at-fault party.
Don't wait to call Craig Swap & Associates. Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
Hey Washington, drive it home this March with a new rig from Northwest Motorsport. We have the best lineup of trucks and SUVs at NWMSRocks.com. We're teaming up with a great team of lenders to help qualified buyers score some special APRs on any Northwest Motorsport vehicle. That's not all we have in store. We're giving away $20,000 worth of prizes at nwmsrocks.com/win. So check back daily on your next rig and drive it home from your local Northwest Motorsport.
All right, good morning, everybody. Well, the sun is up. We've got a little bit of cloud cover out there to the west. Get a little more blue sky. We're going to see a forecast day that's going to have some breezy conditions in it. We're going to get up to 38 degrees, but it's going to feel like it's in the 20s all day, so be prepared for that. Dress appropriately. Now, 38 today. Saturday morning, you'll see snow on the ground, but a dry day. And 40, then 36 on Sunday with increased chances of snow through the day. It dries out for Monday, gets colder. 33, mid-30s for the middle of next week.
One more last bit of news. Spokane Arena announcing Macklemore will play there on October 10th. Strip toss today for everybody still alive in state basketball tournaments. Good luck to everybody this weekend.